What are we doing?
We're building something.
We're going to build single pistol caliber carbine mag pouches. Super cutting edge. It's never been done before. It's actually the same as every other thing fucking we make and everybody else makes. We're just going to make it skinnier to hold that mag. I'll do it a little different though. I'm going to get my trusty Right in the Rain and my German mechanical pencil. Even though I do have a Right in the Rain, the lead's too big. It's not sharp enough. And then I'm going to write all this on a piece of paper that has nothing to do with this. I don't know why I even have this. So for this to space correctly, we can make that take one column of PAL. So we'll call it 1.5 inches. We'll make the back 1.5 inches, which means we could make it out of webbing, which would be faster, but it would look a lot cooler if we made it out of Cordura, and then it would color match, because most of the printed webbing doesn't match well. We'll call this footprint 3 inches wide, and we will make that webbing. So to be 3 inches, and to come across the back, how big is this? 8, 9, and we want to come down 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll call this 14, and then we'll call it 15 to allow for stretch. So we will start with that. Let's see if that works. It works. Of course it'll work.
It always works.
It never works. Yeah, all the marks are wore off. It's fucking useless.
You gotta get the ones with the marks carved into them.
You're right, because you know how you fix them? When they wear off?
Just put a little Sharpie inside those marks.
You wipe paint all over it, and then you let it settle, and then you take acetone and you wipe it off, and then all those marks are etched in. They're filled in. We can start here. 3. Now we can do this from here. What'd I say? 3 by what? 17?
3 by 15.
3 by 15. We're going to double that, so it'll be 3 by 30. Some kid will be watching this and he's like, I'm just going to build that, and then he'll launch a whole empire and he'll become a millionaire off of this single MP5 mag pouch.
There's still room for an MP5 guy, you know?
Well, I mean, pistol caliber carbines are huge. It doesn't have to be an MP5. That thing Jeff had out here, I think, took Glock 21 mags, I think, like the Chris Vector did. What does Reddit say? Are you sure?
About the PCCs?
Okay. Weird yardstick. It's 40 inches long.
So is a yard really 40 inches?
I guess today it is. Did I say 15 or did I see 17?
15?
Okay.
30 and 3.
All right. Is this nice? There's that. There's the other one. It's stuck in here sideways. There's 3 of them in here. Are these the super sharp scissors that you were cutting rocks with this morning?
Yeah, those are Cody's, so I like to fuck them up as much as I can. Just piss them off.
He's always surprised when Cody just fucking punches him right in the stomach. He's like, what was that for? Man, I cannot catch that. It's just too, there it goes. It's too thin. build it and see if it looks like it's going to work. That's why I put the bags around these. That thread gets caught under that thread stand. The holes in these needles keep getting smaller and smaller.
Is it that, or does the thread get bigger and bigger, or do your eyes get worse and worse?
I think it's my vision.
Yeah, I've got plenty of these.
Instead of glasses or contacts, you need goggles.
Well,
I need robot eyes.
Well,
But then in an EMP, your eyes would stop working.
that's very true. What's the probability that it works?
That's gonna work. It'll work, but we'll probably refine it to be better. Something has happened. I know what it is. I made that bobbin winder so it'll hold more thread. And it's when the bobbin's all that full, it doesn't, the first few loops, it does weird shit. It's probably time to replace this bobbin carrier too. See how it's curving? The tension's pretty tight on there, so that's why I added that extra inch into the pattern, because it'll shrink up a little bit. There, it did it again. Get this winding. Nope, I don't need that winding. That one again. Which side has better pattern? This one does, so we'll make that the outside.
Do you ever get some that's just completely like terrible pattern?
Yeah, we usually reject them. We'll usually cut a new piece for that. A lot of times they'll get built and we'll go through and they're like, man, there's just no pattern here. So we actually put them in seconds. We actually should probably make that an option on the website where you can order those and they'll ship faster or something. So, back, lid, I think it'll work. That's all that we want this. So the truth is I already know how we do these. I'm just doing them from scratch. We're building something completely without looking at any numbers. It probably comes out the exact same as what we do. So 6 is good. I'd rather have more purchase. Let's call it 5.5. So let's do 11, 1 inch of fold over. 12 by 3.5. Let's call it 12 by 3.5. See what that does. Three and a half. 12. Probably it should be 3 3/4. Try that. That way you can put a kiwi or something inside if you wanted to. Do you need me?
Nope, we're gonna see what's going on.
What's in that full auto sewing machine? So on our pistol mags, we go like this. We sew it over twice so it has some shape to the top of the pouch. These, I'm going to do a little different because I'm not pleating the bottom of the pouch. I'm not going to close the bottom of the pouch. I'm going to put a limiting strap under there, cradle. And then you've got this because we don't want the raw edges. I also don't want edge tape where shit's catching and snagging. So we'll make this the top so it still has 3 layers. And then this will be the bottom so that it's totally clean and there won't be any edge tape here. So we'll sew this piece and then we'll take our piece of webbing and we'll put it on the back and we'll run it over, and we can put it on the inside, not a real big deal, but the way to really do it is to put it on the outside so that that webbing's not inside where a sharp edge will, you know, fray it or bump into it. Not a problem, but it's something to think about if you're warrantying your stuff. So let's build that. Pull that thread out of my hand. This is that one that doesn't have that release on it. We'll never be able to sew this this hem on the side so small, so we'll probably have to add at least another 1/4 inch into this. This actually was small. What you looking for? Oh. Yeah, it's too small. Definitely too small.
So 4 3/4.
4.5. We still want it tight. So we'll come right back here. What did I say that was? 12? We'll stay with 12. We'll see once we sew it on if it shrinks any. This first one will work, but we might change it to be better. The pistol cells are 3.5, so I assume that that would still fit, but with the curve on this mag, it's not going to work. Let's try that. That looks like it'll work. Cut this one in half. Otherwise I'll pick it up and be like, what does this go to? Is there not a trash can in here? So, there we go. It'll look about like that. This will come across there. I'll put some Velcro right here. That Velcro says 2.5. We'll do it at 4, so we can go short. Okay, take it, Cindy. We'll do it at 4.
The only time I've ever heard you say that you felt bad about something that you said to me is that time you told me to put a rubber band around my balls.
I never said I felt bad about that.
You walked away and you're like, damn, I kind of feel bad about this.
Nah, I never fucking had remorse. I just said you should remove yourself from reproduction. All right, that's all we need. So we know the attachment's going to be 1.5 inches wide for the webbing. 1 inch web. We're going to make those. You're cycling. You need to turn that fan on.
Yeah.
Which means you need to turn that shit off till we're done here. So 1.5 inches. But we're going to do them at 1 3/4. 1 3/4. We need, how many pieces do we want? Probably 5. And we're going to do the 1.5 inch loop. What did I say, 4? 4 inch. We're going to do the 1.5 inch hook or hard at 3 inch. One piece. And then the pals webbing. And then we got to figure out the cradle. This will work here. Man, you guys are really fucking me up with this trash can behind me. And usually as I work, I'll put all my shit just right in the trash can so it's not on the floor. I think 3, but it's probably going to be a little more than 3. Turn that off. We'll be done in a few minutes. You can have it all. Let's burn this. How do I figure you know? Because I left the material here. When you're not sure, just ask Isaac what she should do and do the opposite.
Isaac, how should I make a lot of money?
I would buy Dogecoin, right? Isn't that what you're going to say, Dogecoin?
Learn how to pole dance.
So don't learn how to be a stripper. You'll make a lot of money.
Learn how to pole dance. That's going to translate into like getting a stop sign through your spleen or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we cut the hook? Yeah, we did. It's right here. All right. Let's build this, and then we will see what we want to add to it.
Is this something you guys have never carried before?
We made something that would do. I made something that would do this 30 so years ago. But no, I haven't made any like single subgun stuff at all in forever. What did I do this at? 3. I feel like that mag is a little more than 1, so I'm going to bring these back more than 1. We'll make these just right under 3/4. And then if that hangs, then we'll just redo it. These would be really a lot cleaner if I just put them on the inside, I guess. Rather than trying to sew all that on with the bulk, we'll put those pals on before I attach this piece. I think I should have put these higher. You probably adjust the height of where the attachments are on the next one, and Jeff will be like, "Oh, I'll take that." And then when he gets others, none of them will match up. He'll have that one that's half an inch out of line with the others. Alright, there's that. Let's go ahead and cut that off of there. This would be much faster to just cut this and sear it with something. But this will work, I guess. Man, this is gonna look nasty. Yep, looks pretty shitty.
The stuffing piece in the bottom.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. You think it's going to be high enough?
I think so. Everything works out.
Yeah, we might adjust it. We'll see. We won't adjust this one. We'll just make another one. We'll see.
I'm never wrong.
I don't think you're getting a 45 mag in there. When you make it just a touch bigger.
So what was the width on that one?
It's 1.5. Footprint needs to be 1.5. If we wanted to get a bigger mag in, we could leave the back 1.5 and add another 1/4, maybe 1/2 inch. Like this fits in here perfectly, but you're not getting much more in here. You could probably get the material to stretch a little bit, but
So it probably needs like another 1/4 inch added.
yeah, it's pretty perfect right now. Once we hand it to production though, they're not going to be able to make those hems on the side that much. If they take this, they're gonna lose a 1/4 inch at least out of this. They just can't make the hem that small, some of them. Plus, if you wanted to put a plastic retention, a Kydex retention or something in here, probably need it a little bigger. This is pretty badass though. I mean, it's pretty perfect. These are rubber ducks. They're for combat swim training, and they're the actual weight. There's metal or lead inside these to be the actual weight of a loaded MP5 mag. They make a dummy for everything. They make a 249 combat swimmer. They make AKs, M4s, the whole deal for water stuff, water training, water operations. What do you think, Reddit? Does it look okay, or see anything I need to change?
Yeah. Yes.
More cowbell.
More cowbell.
I built this thing from the bottom, they tore it down, I rebuilt it. I give myself a task, you can bet your ass I fulfill it. Yeah, man, I'm talking about realest, one of the realest.